Well, online dating app OkCupid has revealed data showing how the dating world has responded to the global pandemic. It isn't just your job or height anymore that is attracting the attention of potential dates. Now your willingness to get vaccinated also increases your chances of people matching or swiping right. In the last few months, there has been a 137% increase in the mention of vaccine among those who are seeking a real-life companion. Let's speak to James Spiro, a reporter for Ctech. He joins us now. Thank you, James, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
So, James, how has COVID changed online dating platforms? Give us some of the most interesting statistics that you found when doing this research.
Yeah, of course. So online dating has been completely transformed by COVID. Of course, everyone was stuck at home for almost a year. No one could really go out, and so a lot of dating transferred to regular phone calls and conversations and instant messaging. Now, in terms of COVID itself and the vaccines, OkCupid saw a 137% increase in those talking about vaccines. Now, OkCupid is fascinating because it takes so much data from its users. It asks really personal questions, usually about religion or politics or general food interests, and that's how it matches its partners. And so it makes sense that OkCupid would ask a vaccination question. And so what we saw is that you're 13% more likely to get a match if you answer that you're going to get vaccinated or that you express an interest in getting vaccinated.
It seems a bit personal. I have to ask, do all dating apps ask these sorts of personal questions to their customers?
So as far as I understand, OkCupid asks the most amount of questions to get as much information as possible. Other apps like Tinder or Hinge usually just rely on things like location services, and then users can write their own bios. So OkCupid is fascinating because it really dives deep. And a few years ago, one of the co-founders, Christian Rudder, published a book on all of these findings. And I think it's probably time for an update. We found that in Generation Z and the millennials, they'd actually cancel a real life first date if the person they matched with didn't want to get a vaccination. So already kind of social mores are changing and etiquettes are changing with these times.
So I guess we can imagine from now on, it might not be so crazy to hear about these kinds of things, and it might be across perhaps all dating apps. They ask you if you're vaccinated, if you have COVID, things like that.
Yeah, it seems like, I hate the expression the new normal, but I really think it is part of it. I mean, when you're meeting people now for the first time, whether it's virtual or in real life, it'll just be part and parcel of dating.
And has dating gone up in general? I mean, we've all been in lockdown for over a year now. I assume people are chatting online way more than they used to.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's been kind of just people craving to speak to people outside of their immediate bubbles in their homes. Dating generally, it seems it depends where you are and in what country you're in, but certainly in Israel, first dates have changed from kind of meeting up at a bar to walking along the beach or kind of sitting in a park. Israel's blessed with quite good weather for most of the year, so it's kind of comfortable to be able to sit on a bench somewhere. I think those in colder climates, especially in my kind of hometown in London, I don't think they're so lucky.
So all those online daters who are vaccinated, go now and put it in your profile, because you might just get a lot more dates because of that, right?
Absolutely. It's you should put it front and center, right in your bio. You'll get 13% more likes, and maybe your future partner.
You heard it here first. James Spiro, thank you so much.
Thank you.